Well, I've been studying something new. How about that? It's a very cool concept of realizing who and what you really are, and in a lot of self introspection, that's a big yogic meditation is who am I? What can I do? How can I serve? Self-inquiry, yes. And so this way to practice this is imagining you don't have a head. And it's very easy to figure out if you just look at yourself, your body, and you point at your toe, or you point at your knee, and you point at your belly button, and then you point at your face. But you can't see what you're pointing at. All you see is your finger pointing at you. You could see your foot when you pointed at it. You could see your knee. You could see your belly button. But when you point at your face, you can't see your face. You just see the fingers pointing at you. And so it's called seeing. And it's really super helpful with present moment work. You find that magical glide spot that they talk about when you become really one with who you really are. And so you imagine you're pointing. When you're pointing at your face and you can't see your face, you're pointing to the depths of you. This infinite power that you are. And it's just kind of an interesting picture to think about if you think about yourself pointing at yourself. And then you say, who am I? And you're pointing at yourself. And you're like, where is the answer to any question I have? And you point at yourself. It's inside. It's deep inside of you. And it's not your face. It's not this body image. And then you tune in to this sensation and you look at the rest of your body that you can see as an extension of God. And you tune into that feeling of I am this infinite depth. I am this all-powerful person, and I am just having this experience here through the eyes of God. And you just look at yourself, and everything that you're doing in this present moment becomes incredibly brilliant. And you sort of turn over all of your movement, all of your thoughts to the present moment at that awareness level of who you really, really are. And what your purpose is to do here is to just do, just be, just experience. And so that's the intro. We'll just think about that amazing power and ability that you are, that you have in you. And let's relax the body with that. Let it sink in. I am infinite power, infinite energy. I live forever. I am not this body. I'm here just experiencing it, but it is not who I am. Relax your forehead and eyes with this. Come to your breathing. This is exciting stuff. And when you're breathing, feeling your heart center expanding when you're breathing right there. And imagine that finger pointing at your face is pointing to right there. It like goes into the part of you can't see. Because when you look down, you're pretty much looking right at your heart. And this is where you are. If you put your chin all the way down to your chest, that's about where your eyes land, is your heart center. That's where you are. And you're just experiencing. You can kind of imagine it like a submarine telescope. It's a vision I'm having. You're inside this submarine, and then, or a periscope, I think they're called. And then you're just looking out through that as you're making your way through this sea of life. Maybe it's like those virtual reality games. Just relax your cheeks and your jaws. Let this sink in. Let go of any thoughts that you have of your head, because where all of your ego and drama lives is up in your head. So just surrender the head. Really don't need this thing. It sure does keep getting in the way. And clean out the head. Because there is nothing that you need except the present moment. Relaxing the muscles around your mouth. Feel in the present moment as you relax your mouth. The muscles besides your lips, the tongue, and the jaw is relaxed, that it just might really sort of slack open a little bit because it relaxes. Relaxing the muscles in the neck. Feel the muscles sort of fan out. And the shoulders. Thinking of this infinite possibility of a human experience you are. It's just one of your dreams. One of the characters of one of your dreams. I heard a interesting concept about all the characters in your dreams are actually a version of you, because it's all coming from your subconscious, your perceptions, your past lives. But we are all connected. So it's a great way to really bring us into acceptance of realizing we're all one. We all are this same infinite power. Everyone has it inside of them. You live forever. And you have this release of old baggage and old beliefs because you're just practicing present moment. It seems as if my memory may be getting worse, but it's actually that I just don't care what people's names are and things like that. When they tell me their name, it's like, that's nice. You're me, I am you. I'll just call you brother. Feel what it would feel like if everyone understood we were all one energy. If we all knew all that anybody wants is happiness, but they may perceive happiness a different way than you. It's just a dream. And I wanted to read a poem by my friend Connie Holland. And this is a poem she wrote. Dream beyond your dreams, far away into the infinite, where there is no time, space, or words. Stars float about a black sea of mystical suspension. They twinkle like diamonds, luring you to seek your treasure that lies in the ancient wisdom of your soul. Then, like the first ray of a bright golden sunbeam awakening from within, you have only to recall the time beyond remembering and who you really are. Connie Holland. Relax your back and chest into this knowing of who you really are. It can be measured that we have this energy, that we are just a giant energy ball, but actually not very giant, very small, so tiny. Compared, connected to everything else, then it's big. But it keeps itself separate. And it doesn't get to wake up and enjoy life. Or, on this path of awakening and enlightenment, you know you will find enlightenment. If you're awake now and working towards enlightenment, then you've guaranteed that you will find it. And the thing of enlightenment that Connie's poem makes me think about, and The Man with No Head, Douglas Harding, is when you think that when you realize that you are this infinite being, and then you get tricked back into the real world, to the dream world. And I took a picture of my snow boots, and in front of me, my shadow was connected to my snow boots. And this is like me and my shadow. And there I am making myself separate. And the shadow work that we've been doing and realizing, just own it. It's who you are. You're not separate. This is your experience. But you do have some say in it. So you can set an intention of what you want. And realize you're putting it on the energetic field. It's a vibration. Your intention is a vibration that you've released into the vibrational field. And if you let go of that and go back into your present moment, what you want will come to you. Everything you need. So let's relax more of the back down to the low back and hips. Let your back relax with that huge thought. Just let it sink in. And as you release your connection to the past thoughts and just accepting and being neutral and never judging, you just absorb a peace. It's like you're not attached and not you're detached from the petty human stuff. You realize you're bigger. You realize you're infinite. You realize this is just a dream. So enjoy the dream. Love the dream. Make the dream be whatever you want it to be. And as you go with pure intent, everything will line up for you. And relax your face again, down your neck and shoulders, your back, your hips, your glutes, relax your legs, soak it in. This is big information, and it's true. You are infinite power. And the only thing that is stopping you from being that is your head. All the suffering is in our head, and everything we need is inside of us. Because that is who you are. The dreamer of the dream, having the experience. In A Course in Miracles, we're in chapter 27, I think, and it's the dreamer of the dream and the hero of the dream. And it just goes along so nicely to help understand you are the dreamer of the dream. You are not attached to dream stuff. You appreciate the blessings. You send gratitude as a vibration of, I would say, like a cat purring when you're petting it. It's just like, and you're the owner and you love it when your cat is purring. So it's just like Source loves it when we are vibrating at a happy pulse. So vibrating at the state of bliss, loving this moment, loving yourself, loving this realization, loving this experience together in this room at this moment right now. Let's relax into that and let it sink in. Relaxing your hips and legs and knees, your shins and calves, your ankles and your feet. Feel your lower body just relax. Come back to thinking about your heart center. Come to your breath. Part of Douglas Harding's findings of somebody explaining to him a self-portrait without a mirror, and you're just looking down at your feet, and you draw your legs, and you draw your arms and your belly, and that's all you can see. So your self-portrait is no head. And if you could imagine what you could accomplish and the way that your life would be if you were always coming from the heart, right here, instead of any ego-based decision that we would make, any ego-based choice, ego being fear, enlightenment being love, the opposite ends of the spectrum. So if our head is out of the way and we're just always making any decision from the heart with our happy vibration, it would be such a blissful state of consciousness if everyone could think and know and came from their heart all the time, right in the middle of them. That's where their choices come from. Like they would know good choices because their heart would just like twirl and jump in their chest, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a good choice. Because you'd be in tune with your heart. You feel so balanced, always coming from love with every thought that even enters your head. At the Course in Miracles, in the hero of the dream, there's a part that said, like the creator, I can't remember, they use a lot of different terms. In this part, they're calling the cause. So it could say the cause, and then we are the effect. And God is the cause, and we are the effect. So like God is the energy source, and we are the energy coming out of the energy source. And just the hero of the dream chapter talks about a gentle laugh from the cause. And the gentle laugh made me think of like, a grandfatherly type. My old images of God in my head from a kid, like Santa Claus or something. And Santa Claus is God, Anyway, we're all God. I feel like source energy is like chuckling at me so many times with love, like the gentle laugh, like, ho ho ho, you're so cute, look at you, all caught up in your ego. And then a gentle laugh, ho ho ho, you're doing so good at your self-inquiry and your self-improvement and connection to me. And that gentle laugh, somebody adores me. And I am connected to it. And just feeling very peaceful and loved in your heart. Hear a gentle laugh of adoration towards you. Feel loved. Feel unconditional love. So much love for you. Feel your heart expand with this love and your breath. This is pure energy, this love in your heart that you feel from you to you, connected to Source. Imagine yourself pointing at your leg, and then pointing at your belly button, and then pointing at your face and saying, you can't even see the face, but your finger is pointing at you, and you say, I love you. I totally accept everything that you may think is shameful or that makes you feel guilty. I love all of that. That is just your perception and that's from your ego. So you let that go. You love yourself 100%, even for the old stuff that you perceived as bad. And you forgive yourself and you forgive everyone for your perceptions. And you feel mass loads of freedom. And come into your present moment. Feel what you feel around you. Let it sink in. Come into your breath. Become neutral. We get excited. Relax your face. Feel your eye pillow on your face. Feel your body supported and relaxed. Feel this feeling of self-love at the highest level. Give yourself a gentle laugh in your head. Oh my gosh, I was so silly. I love myself so much for that. I love love. I love all the blessings, all the learning, all the accepting. It's being so blissed out. This beautiful awakening, this beautiful awareness, this enjoyment of this moment. Enjoy this moment. Realize everything that you thought was against you, that made you the victim of your dream. It was all just part of the dream. And it was for this moment for you to forgive anything that you may have perceived as negative and realize it was just part of your karma that you signed up for, part of this journey. You chose it all before you came. And it was for this moment of your spiritual growth, for you to accept it. Be grateful it wasn't worse. Love all the characters involved because they are your friends in the spirit world, here to help you in the dream world, to learn. Remember that that is who you are. And come into the present moment and feel your breath. Feel your breath in your chest. Relaxing your face and neck and shoulders. Relax the back and belly. Relax the hips and glutes. Relax the legs, the knees, the lower legs and feet. Relax your shoulders and all the way down your arms. Coming back into this body that is having this experience. Minus the head. Surrender the ego, the suffering. Some people say that some ego is good, but I wonder if everyone was just coming from their heart all the time. I don't think there'd be a need for ego. I do just love to imagine life without it. Everybody without the ego. Whew. That would be huge. Everything would be unconditional love. A beautiful vibration. And breathe into that. Take it to the cosmos. Take it as big as you can. Breathe in this giant energy of love, everything, unconditional love. Just imagine it as big as the sun. As big as the whole universe. All energy turns to love. It would just amp out the world. Remember that you came to do this work. Signed up for it. And when you can release it and forgive it and let go of the past, let go of karma completely, past karma, break the karmic wheel so that it doesn't happen again. Thank it for the lesson. Forgive it. Forgive yourself for your perceptions towards it. It was just how you were perceiving it. And love yourself for it. Isn't that so cute? Some old recordings made me believe that and perceive that other thing as wrong and me as right. And so being able to let it go by knowing there's nothing wrong, there's nothing right, it just is. And if it just is, you can't judge it one way or the other. You just accept it. You don't attach yourself to the drama ego creates. You are detached. I just come from the heart. I totally love and accept myself. This is an amazing experience. I'm coming back into the body, coming back into this moment right now. Coming into the room, witnessing the room around you. Come into your space on the floor. Come into your breath, taking a bigger breath. Let it sort of energize you. Feeling very relaxed and very relieved of things we've explored. Remembering how infinite and powerful you are and what you're not. And give yourself a gentle laugh of love and acceptance. Totally love myself for hanging on to that stuff all these years. Aren't I cute? And feel that same love and acceptance for everybody. A gentle laugh. And coming into your body by wiggling your fingers and toes, waking it up there. And any stretching you want to do, or rocking your neck with no head attached. And coming back into the body as much as you want. I love David R. Hawkins' quote about non-experiencing the body. Once you get to this blissful level, you kind of forget those things like, oh right, I have a body. And I am noticing some forgetfulness lately, and I don't mind it. It doesn't scare me. It's like I'm just forgetting the unimportant stuff. And stretching and rolling onto your side. Hitting snooze. That little fetal position of like, all right. That was great. And when you rise up with just a nice, happy smile smeared across your face, your blissful smile, because life is bliss. And just feeling this overall lightness and love of realizing who you really are. And loving yourself. And rising up with this exciting new information about yourself. And I'll send you guys the link of that video of the guy with no head. It's so good. And we'll just bring our hands together and think about our intentions and how we just know they're all coming to us now. We have all of that knowing and power. So whatever you really want, you can have it You just make that intention with this incredible knowing and energy and self-love. And know that I honor you guys. It's such big stuff. And I honor our time in this space together at this moment right now. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.